strong.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Hope with Jonathan, and I'm your host, Jonathan Traylor. Thanks again for tuning in to the show tonight. I hope your day has been well and been a blessing to you. And tonight we have a very excellent guest with us tonight, Mr. Lou Ortiz, all the way from Florida, guys. Lou is very positive, very fun guy. Man, I can't wait for him to come on the show and share his story tonight, guys. You're in for a really awesome treat. I really appreciate everybody's support. I really hope that you guys will get involved in this show tonight and like, share, comment, share this with your friends, share it with everybody, share it with your enemies as well. But hey, guys, I really appreciate you guys, and want you guys to definitely go over to the YouTube channel as well, if you will. And if you like what we're doing with Hope with Jonathan, we want you to go over there and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It would mean a whole lot to us and these warriors that are in need of a donor. Also sharing transplant stories, also sharing just kidney warrior stories all in general. But hey, guys, I want to give you guys a quick little glimpse of what you're fixing to see on the screen. Is a little bit of Lou's story, and he'll come back on and he's going to tell us the whole rest of his story. He's got an incredible story, guys, with battling kidney disease. But this is just a little bit of a glimpse of what Lou had experienced with battling kidney disease.
Well, people have been asking, this is the cruise I was on when I went down with my kidneys. Hanging out with my wife and having a great time, and then all of a sudden things kind of went sideways. I ended up in a hospital in Mexico. This is when I got home from the hospital. The next day I was in the hospital. Me around. Oh yeah, life is good. Life is very good.
Man, you can't beat that smile at all. That guy's got a great smile. Well, without further ado, guys, we're going to welcome to the show Mr. Lou Ortiz. What's going on, Lou?
I like that music. I like that music. How's it going? Hey, thank you for having me on the show. I greatly appreciate being here.
Oh, brother, it's a pleasure to have you on, and I've been following you over on the TikTok, watching your videos, following you on your journey, and have really enjoyed what you've been posting and your content. And you seem like a really positive individual who loves the smile. Can't beat that smile, brother. So
my God. You're making me blush and smile.
But I wanted to bring you on for sure, man. You seem like a really cool guy, and I wanted to share your story. So without further ado, man, I'm going to let you introduce yourself and kind of tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
All right. Thanks, John. I appreciate you. My name is Lou Ortiz. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and raised in Queens, New York. But I went to the School of Hard Knocks in Manhattan, and here I am. My positive attitude just comes from, first of all, up above, because when you believe up above, you know that things are going to be okay. So in 2018, my doctor told me, hey, you got to start drinking some more water. And in hindsight, if a doctor tells you that you need to start drinking more water, that means never mind going to drink water, go see a nephrologist or a kidney specialist. Because what he's telling you is there's a reason you need to drink water, and the reason is that your kidneys are starting to give you a hard time. Had I seen a nephrologist early when he told me that, I may not be on the show. But here I am. So in late 2018, I went on a cruise. I went on 2 cruises in 2 weeks. So the first cruise, I noticed that my legs were really, really swollen. And I was on the beach and I couldn't walk off the beach, and they had to take me off the beach in a wheelchair. You would think that that would have been my first clue to say, hey, something's going on. But I had another cruise coming up, and I didn't want to miss the second cruise just in case there was something wrong. And when I got on the second cruise, something went wrong. I was in Belize, and my legs were really swollen, and I was starting to feel a little woozy. Guys, listen to your body, right? Listen to what your body is going to tell you. Because if you don't listen, it's going to say, okay, you don't listen, I'm going to make you listen. So when I got back on the ship, I was walking with my wife, and I started blinking. And as I was blinking, I saw these starbursts, huge starbursts in my eyes and everything else. And I got to the point that I really had to sit down. And when I did, I'm a diabetic. I said, okay, my sugar's probably low. Let me drink some water or have something sweet. And that got me going enough to get to my room. But when I got to my room, everything went downhill. So I'm going to tell you about the Holy Spirit and why I believe so much in above and why I'm positive. My neighbor across the street is an angel. Okay, he's an angel. His mother was on the cruise ship with us. And when I started going down, my wife looked for his mother. His mother couldn't find us. She ran around the whole cruise ship, yelling in the hallways my name to find me, to get to me, to help me. Now, she's a nurse. My neighbor, his mother is a nurse across the street. So she came and she saw that I was sweating like it was nobody's business. My heart was beating out of my chest. They went and got the medical people, and they took me down to the hospital, I guess, on the ship. So everything is going crazy, and my wife is in tow. Her best friend is with us, our maid of honor at our wedding, and she's just losing it. And the doctor very calmly looked at my wife and said, prepare to lose your husband tonight. He may not make it to Mexico. Well, that was exciting. Not really, but it was interesting. But they managed to stabilize me, and they took me off the ship and took me to a private hospital in Mexico, where they gave me my own meds and stabilized me. Now, if anybody's ever been into a hospital in Mexico, the first thing they do, they take your passport. They just want to make sure it's in order, but they take it. Now, I was in no position to argue that, because when I got to the hospital, I was hallucinating already. I saw the IV pole and the bag as a scarecrow. Yeah, scary. So they stabilized me, and $7,000 later, I was able to leave the hospital because I was stabilized. So I got home the day before my birthday. I spent my birthday home, and then I spent the next 2 weeks in the hospital. All kinds of tests, a battery of tests. Left the hospital with the peritoneal tube, and then came home. But the angel across the street is our neighbor. His name is Tony, and he is the emergency room manager at the hospital that I went to. And if it wasn't for him, I'd probably be dead. I'd probably be dead.
Wow.
So I went through 2 weeks of woe is me, this is me, mad at everybody.
Right.
And then I went to my first dialysis center appointment. And I'll pause here for a sec because I need to compose myself a little bit.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Right.
Do you have any
Rightfully,
questions?
rightfully so, Lou. Man, you've been through a lot, and that had to have been a terrifying event, especially you were on vacation, so you wasn't expecting that to happen. But man, you lived through it, you experienced it, and you talked about having a low point where you kind of had a woe is me. So kind of talk about that for a minute, because a lot of us have been through, the ones that have went like chronic illness and things like that, and we have those moments where we have low periods.
Well, my woe is me period started almost immediately. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a tube sticking out of my stomach and yada yada yada. And why me? I have so many things to do. Why, I immediately looked at it like it was a death sentence. And I realized quite early in the 2 week period that it wasn't. Oh, there are people living on dialysis and this and that. And I wasn't ready to embrace that, right? I wasn't ready to understand what was going on. I was angry, um, you know, as all get out. Now, this is where more angels come in. You look at them every day and they're dressed as nurses, but they're really not nurses. They're really angels. So my
Absolutely.
so my first experience at the dialysis center was with my first care professional. I don't know if I can really mention their names because I got a little bit of a slap on the wrist for recording myself in there. So I'm just gonna. They know who they are, and they also need to know that I am greatly, greatly indebted to them. So she was my
Yeah.
first one, and she walked me through everything. She explained to me in great detail what was going to be happening. She left to go to another center, and another one came in. It was like one angel after another, and they got me out of the what was me period. Then I started saying,
Yeah.
okay, you know, the real thing that got me out of it, besides them, is also I started counting my blessings instead of counting my problems, and
Sure.
my blessings greatly outweighed my problems. So that
Absolutely.
and you're like at the bottom of the barrel at that point, John. You're like, my God, what am I going to do to survive and take care of my family and all of this kind of stuff? And you know, at one point I just said, let go and let God, right? And I put it in his hands, and here, I'm here.
Absolutely.
So, so the positive started coming out of it. Started stamping out the negative. And don't get me wrong, I have my days where, like, I'm on the other side of midnight, you know, but most of the days are bright and sunny. Even if the sun is not out, the sun is up. It's got to look
That's
for it.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Hey, that's awesome, Lou. I really like your outlook on things. So positive. And I know that's a word that's overused. I know that some people don't like that word. But so uplifting. We'll say uplifting too. But man, I'm telling you, you've got such an incredible story, and I really appreciate you sharing that with us. I just want to send a quick shout out to the whole Green Heart Squad. So that's watching, man. You got a lot of people in your corner here tonight supporting you. So Green Heart Squad is representing in the house. Everybody from Jay, Allie, just everybody's on here. There's so many comments rolling in, bro, in
Wow.
support of you. So just to let you know, man, just a lot of people. I believe I've seen some of your family members on here as well. I think your wife as well is on here. So
Awesome. Awesome.
yeah,
I love you,
and so
honey.
yeah, you better say that.
Yeah, I'm on the air. One of the things that continued to, to get me back into the swing of things, I went on TikTok, and cooking is my therapy, right? I make all of these dishes for my family, whether they're good or bad, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
They won't tell me if they're good or bad. But because I didn't want to get on TikTok to say, okay, I'm struggling and I'm fighting kidney disease, and I'm going through all of this stuff. But again, you got to listen to the signs, man. And once I hooked up with Jay, and then everybody else it's in the Green Heart Squad, and I realized there's so many people going through kidney disease. We're a walking army, man. We're just a bunch of walking warriors, man, that are just,
Yeah.
whatever, because every God, right, it's the same God. It has a different hat, right? But
Yep.
we're all walking in the same path to support each other. When I see people that are on, you know, I have a tube in my chest from my port. When I see all of that going on, it's like, you know what? We're together. We're happy. We're happy. We're doing this. Now,
Yeah.
I'm also a member of the Knights of Columbus, and we are a fraternal organization that does charitable events. And my fraternal brothers from the Knights of Columbus came rallying to me as soon as they heard something. Hey, as well as my church and my friends came to Bridget and said, hey, what do you need? What can we do for you? And that's uplifting, man. It's almost like you don't want to let anybody down. So you got to stay where you're at. You got to stay on a high level of uplifting spirit. And if I can uplift somebody else, it'll up it, while they're going up, I'm holding on. So I can be
Yeah.
up there too. And I'm not, there's no time for anchors, man. There's, when, I use this term all the time, and it's, I don't have time to waste time. And, negative thoughts or anything like that, I just don't give them any attention. Now,
Yeah.
what I will tell newly diagnosed kidney patients, be prepared for the dumbest questions that you will ever get in your life. And some of the statements because people don't know what to say to you. So they'll
Right.
say, oh my God, I'm sorry. Okay, well, thank you. Are you dying? Are you terminal? How long do
Yeah.
you have? Well,
Right.
right now I have about 10 more minutes of this type of conversation, and then I'm moving on to pancakes. Like, what
I hear
what do
you.
you you know,
Yeah.
you just got to watch what you say to people who you feel are terminal, because
Yeah.
science and technology won't let us go away. Okay,
Well,
and
let me share this with you, Lou. When I got diagnosed with kidney failure, and I started talking to people about the treatment that I was on, the dialysis, I had a person ask me what that was and how could I catch that. And I was like, no, you don't catch dialysis. It's a form of treatment for kidney failure. And honestly, they still didn't get it. Like they literally thought dialysis was some kind of disease that you,
right,
and
they don't
it
they don't want to
so
shake
so
your
you
hand. They don't want to
you
hug you. They don't want to.
yeah, like exactly. But
So
go
go ahead.
ahead, Lou.
during my during my journey, you can call me lucky in many ways, right? I managed to live through COVID. I managed to have a hernia operation during all of this. I might need an eye surgery. Guys, if they tell you your kidneys are bad, get your eyes checked. Really, because it's the same type of vessels in your kidneys and your eyes. But I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you where I'm mostly blessed. We're unbelievably blessed. God gave me a sister, gave me a younger sister, and that younger sister is willing to be my donor. She, Tampa General does the match program, and she wants to give me her kidney, but if she's not a match for me, she's going to donate into the program, and I'll get it. God willing, I'll get a kidney from that program. So, if you're praying for anybody tonight, mention my sister Deb Ortiz in your prayers, because she is another angel for me who's in my corner. Now, I will tell you that she's going to be very disappointed if I don't get her kidney, but you know, you got to love a person that's willing to do that. So that's that's my little blessing.
Sure. Absolutely. I mean, anybody that's willing to step forth to be a donor, to me, in my eyes, they're an angel, they're a hero, whatever you want to call them, that you look at like in a upper level.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Beautiful, man.
Hey man, so now I didn't want to mention my other angels' names, man, but I'm going to do it because they deserve it.
Sure.
Edna, Carrie, Exira, Michelle, Bernie, all you girls over at the center. Thank you so much for helping me get through this. Thanks for taking care of me. If I get in trouble for this, I'll get in trouble. You won't. And I'm not worried
Yeah.
about it. I'm not worried about it. It's only because they do such a great job. So I'm
I,
at the point. Go ahead.
I think you're safe with first names. You'll be okay. I think you'll be
Yeah,
all right. but
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
you talked about you had an acceptance period too. So why don't you talk a little bit about when you came into acceptance of what things, what was happening to you and kind of the process of that for yourself.
It was the second week and the first day of the second week of the third week. So I went through 2 weeks of self mourning and everything else, and then I just after now my wife will tell you that I have a very hidden special talent that's called sarcasm. You get and she just told me, hey man, these people are trying to help you and you're just being a total ass with them. And I'm like, well, I'm mad, but it's not their fault. They're trying to get you unmad and healthy. But then after the second week of the mourning period, I'm like, you know what? She's right. It's easier for me to smile than it is to frown. It's easier for me to look at the bright side than to search and find the dark side. And
Yeah.
when I went through all of that, and when I went to this reckoning, that's when everything started falling into place. That's when, believe it or not, my outlet to TikTok came into play, and I started cooking, and I started getting my mind off of what was going on. I made a brief little blurb on Facebook, and then prepared for the onslaught of everything that was going on. But what was good about that was the prayer that came into it. So I got a lot of prayer warriors in my corner too. I got a very strong
Sure.
congregation at Holy Name of Jesus Catholic Church, and they just embrace me. Do you need anything? We have
Awesome.
we have a group of people that get together on retreats. It's called Chirp/Welcome, and the wives get together. They're the sisters of the retreat, and all kinds of cooking came to my house. We didn't have to worry about any type of meals or anything for about 2 weeks, so that helped out. And
Wow.
we saw how life really goes, man. And
Absolutely.
just exactly how really blessed we are. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll notice that I have two sons. I call them my stallions. They have been unbelievable,
Yeah.
stepping up to the plate, helping their mom out and everything else. And I can't complain, man. I just, you know what? I would be remiss to complain. I would be absolutely wrong to complain about anything that's going on. So how I stay focused and uplifting, Jay, don't come at me, bro. How I stay uplifting is I cook, I poke fun at myself. I search for the brightest thing that we can get in any situation, which some of the situations are pretty crappy, but not everything is bad. So when they ask me how I'm doing, I say fair to partly cloudy. So I guess that means mostly sunny. So
Well, I see you on TikTok, and you're always smiling. and you've got this phrase that you say is life is good, life is very good, just like on his T-shirt. And get the merch rolling now for that. But I think it's incredible, man. It's an incredible outlook, especially when you're going through something like kidney disease and kidney failure and on dialysis, man. It's an incredible outlook on things. And how did you come up with that? Did that just fall into your spirit, or what? How'd you come up with that slogan?
Well, oh yeah has always been something that my wife and I. Oh yeah, that's really good. Oh yeah. And if you notice on my TikToks, it evolved. It started with oh yeah, then life is good came in somewhere, and then life is very very good came in, and it's all part of this whole, because I do believe life is good. You have to believe that. Now, another thing I should tell you is, if you consider me a warrior, great. Consider my wife a warrior princess as well, because we went through this with her through breast cancer. And knock wood, man, it's 20 something years, and she's still here to yell at me and tell me to be positive or uplifting. You know, so she did it for my sons and myself. I'm doing it for her and my sons and everything else. My mom lives with me. I got a whole bunch of stuff going on here where they need me, and I need them more than they know. So life is good. Life is very, very good.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I was going to ask you about your support system, but it sounds like, you've got a strong family, a wife that's behind you. Also, you got your sons. You got the Green Heart Squad, rolling with you, man. I think you've tapped into your support group, and but why don't you talk about a little bit about support and how crucial it is when battling a chronic illness like kidney disease?
Right. So you have your core support team, right? Which is your family, but family becomes extended. Friends are just family that you didn't pick. I mean, friends are family that you pick. So I have very close friends. My friend Billy, my buddies Angelo and Anthony and Alex, and my brother Knights. All came in. So that support group, where my immediate family couldn't be with me, my support group guys were, and my support families, and I can't say enough about how important it is to know people are behind you. You know, it's, you can't put a price on that. It's impossible to be able to fathom what that does for your soul. And again, that uplifting spirit, the science and technology that's out there to really help you, um, you know, um, really get you to the other side. Like on one of my TikTok videos, I said, if you're running through hell, keep on running. Don't stop. Just keep running. You're going to get to the other side.
Yeah,
You're going to get there. You might be a little
absolutely.
burnt, might be a little warm, but you're going to get through it. You're going to get through it. For me, I don't know about anybody else. For me, it was diabetes and diabetic ketosis that started my process. But like everybody says, I was on metformin for years, and some people blame metformin for taking the kidneys out.
Yeah,
I don't know. I know where I'm at right now. I'm in total failure. I mean, I'm at zero kidney function.
yeah, yeah.
You know, um, there are things that are a little different about me than everybody else. If you're a kidney patient, you know what that means as far as making samples for them to test. That just doesn't happen with me. Um,
Sure.
but on the bright side, I can drive from here to New York without having to use the restroom. That's a positive.
Yep. That
You know.
Yeah, that's a positive for the driving side. I don't know about your body though.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I will tell you too that hemo does a better job for me
Yeah.
than peritoneal did. I was on the
Okay.
machine, John. I was on the machine for 11 hours a night. 11 hours.
Insane.
That is no life, really.
Yeah. I know people that do that, and then they do a manual exchange during the day. So they're actually on it like
Yeah.
14, 16 hours a day, man, literally. So yeah,
Just
it's a grind. It's definitely a
yeah,
grind.
yeah, yeah. And it's, if I was to take my wife out to dinner, at 8 o'clock, I'm like, hey, we got to get going. The later I got on, the later I get off.
Yeah.
One day I had a problem with an exchange, and I was on for 23 hours, John. 23 hours. One whole day that I'll never get back. And I
Yeah.
said, well, something's got to break here. And
Yeah.
again, everything happens for a reason. So I had a hernia surgery that I had to go through. Just call me lucky with all of this stuff going on. And the doctor said, hey, listen, I'm not going to be able to repair your hernia if you're going to do peritoneal dialysis. And if I can't repair your hernia, they're not going to list you at Tampa General.
Yeah.
So I had to bite the bullet for a while. I had a tube in my stomach and a tube in my chest, and it was hard, it was horrible. These, to go to take a shower and to look at that, it's disheartening sometimes, but you understand that it is what it is. So when I first got sick, I was somewhere around 360 pounds. So I'm down to about 230 now, or 243. So
Yeah.
I had to do that to, get to get Tampa General to even talk to me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all worth it. It's all
Yeah.
worth it, guys. Listen to the
That,
people that understand your body, right? If they tell you you need to drink water, more water, go see a nephrologist. Ask them immediately to give you a referral to a nephrologist. Get somebody who understands your kidney, urologist,
sure. Sure.
somebody.
I just want to mention, that the dialysis sucks that fluid right off of you. So you do drop a lot of weight, and then
Oh
you
yeah,
mix in, the renal diet. And if you're really following it really strictly, I went from like a 3XL to a 1X within a matter of weeks. I had to go buy all new clothes.
yeah,
And
man.
yeah,
It,
yeah,
you know,
I was a
what's
big
funny.
dude.
So was I, and I was a tall big dude. So you go into a regular store, and the woman at the store says, "I'm sorry, sir, we don't have anything in your size." Then you have to kind of ask her, "Do you sell socks?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But that's not the case right now. Now I can kind of walk in and
yeah.
get something off the rack.
Exactly. Oh, I remember those days. I remember walking into big and tall shops and all type of different shops looking for clothes, and that's when I kind of knew, there was something going on. I needed to definitely make some changes, and then ultimately ended up in emergency kidney failure. But a lot of you know my story, so I'm not here to share my story tonight. Tonight's about Lou and his story, but Lou, you have an incredible story, man. And I just want to mention too that hemo is for some people. Some people can live on hemo, other people can't handle hemo, and PD may be right for you. So if you can make it on PD, and that's that you found your niche and your treatment level for kidney failure, then by all means, if you like
Yeah, yeah,
peritoneal,
yeah.
then that may be a choice for you.
Right.
But it just so happened for me, I felt like hemo, which I really didn't have a choice. Like I woke up on a dialysis machine, so the choice had already been made for me. I could have switched if I wanted to at a later time, but I was just already kind of used to hemo, and I'd already put in a fistula later on, a couple weeks later, and after that, man, I was kind of addicted to hemo. But some people have great success with PD, and if that's what you chose for treatment and you had success, then hey, kudos to you guys and God bless you. Because at the end of the day, it's about survival. You got to
Yep.
survive with this kidney disease. So, so either way, whatever treatment works for you, we're definitely not knocking PD in any way, shape, or
No,
form.
no, 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 not at
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
Please, don't get that impression at all. You know,
yeah.
what
But
I'm most, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I see you on TikTok cooking your meals. Are you a former cook, or is this something that you do for like therapy, or is that just one of your hobbies that you do?
I'm happy you asked. I uh I have a knee replacement in my left knee. So I was out when I first broke my knee, I was out of work and I got tired of eating out. So I started teaching myself how to cook. And I cooked for a while, then I stopped and I have my phases. But now when we went into COVID, I'm like, I'm going back into my cooking. So I'm pretty much self-taught. I am no way, shape, or form a professional cook at all. A lot of the stuff that I see, I learned on TikTok, or I relearned while seeing it on TikTok. I asked a lot of my followers, what should I make? Because I need to come up with these recipes. Um, with that comes a challenge, and it gets me into another mindset of, okay, how am I going to make this, and how can I make it more appealing, and how can I do that? But it also gets me off of, yeah, you got kidney disease. Oh, by the way, kidney disease always taps me on the shoulder, but I'm cooking right now. Give me a break. So
Yeah,
I'm kind of self-taught.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, everything you make, man, looks delicious. Like the other night, I seen you cooking. What was it? It would look like some sort of steak or something that you were cooking, or maybe it was a salmon. Maybe you have a salmon meal that you were cooking. But whatever it is, man, on the TikToks, every time I see you cooking, I'm like, man, I gotta go make something. I'm hungry now, man. It looks awesome.
It's all it's all filters. It's all filters.
It's
But
all filters. Yeah,
yeah,
right.
but again, like I'm thankful throughout all of this to still be working. I work from home. I was actually working in the hospital. I had my laptop and I was, trying to get some stuff done there. Um, because there's no rest for the weary, right? I mean, if I stop working, then I'm going to fall into this other thing. So I kept a lot of things to keep my mind off of what was going on. You know, nobody understood. Nobody knew I was in the hospital while I was working on the computers remotely.
Yeah,
We own a technology company that supplies root canal specialists, dentists with all the technology in the office. We set it up and everything else. So,
yeah.
and we support it. So that kept me going as well. But I just want to say one thing. The angels I spoke about earlier, right? It's because of them, and angels come in many shapes and forms, that this Friday I'm renewing my vows with my lovely bride. We're 25 years plus one because we couldn't do it last year
Oh,
for COVID. So we're doing it. We're getting remarried.
oh,
She's,
congratulations, man. That's
yeah,
awesome.
I got lucky. I found a beautiful woman with bad taste in men.
Oh man, there's some people out here that would say you're lying right now.
she's gonna
So
kick. She's gonna kick me in a minute. She's she's gonna
yeah,
kick me. But Jonathan, one of the things, and I'm gonna quick shout out to Green Heart Squad, and all my kidney warriors that follow me and yourself. It's an honor to be, among you all. We're a very elite group of people because um, disease doesn't only pick on the weakest; it picks on the strongest too. And we have to. Disease is a bully, and we got to fight it back. And I want everybody to, if you can hear my words, and if you're feeling like crap today, understand that it's gonna pass. Everything passes. That yesterday happened to be a very bad kidney day for me. But, today I'm feeling like $1,000,000. It's science and technology and faith, faith above everything else. The science and technology is going to keep you
absolutely,
going. On the kidney side of things,
absolutely,
science and technology will keep you going. But on your inside of things, faith. Understand that you're going to make it. It's already been written out for you. You're going to make it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Lou, I really appreciate you coming on. You know, right now, what you're doing by sharing your story is helping fight against kidney disease, and you know, you're here sharing your journey with a chronic illness such as kidney disease, kidney failure, and you're on kidney dialysis. And what you're doing is inspiring others, because they're going to look at this video later if they come across it and say, you know what, that guy's got a great attitude about it, and he's living his life. He's living his best life with it, you know. And you can tell that you're living your best life by your smile and your personality. And you know, I'm gonna say it again, Jay. Don't kill me, but man, daggone, you're so freaking positive. But you know what? God bless you, man. Because like you said, life is good. Oh yeah, life is
very
real
good.
good. That's it.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Well, thank
But
you so much. Thank you so much for having me, brother. And
yep.
I look forward to if anybody out there has any questions, they can hit up John. John will get to me, or you can find me on Facebook as Lou Ortiz. Look for me on TikTok is I cook underscore 007.
Yep. It's scrolling on the ticker below. You can
Oh,
see
I
it.
see it. I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm always open to any questions that you have. Whatever you guys need. You know, I'm out there on TikTok for me, for my therapy, get my food out there because I like what I cook. For my family, I make my wife laugh sometimes. She just thinks I'm a ham. And
Yeah.
we just have a lot of fun. We just have a lot of fun out there, and that's the main reason to get on TikTok, is to have some fun, share your silliness, share yourself, because it gets you out of yourself.
You know, I definitely agree. I also will say that it's been a great way to educate and inspire others. You know, when I first got on TikTok, I didn't think it was going to ever be a platform like that. But man, somehow, you know, some of these, you know, chronic illness warriors, kidney warriors, lung transplant patient, heart transplant, liver transplant, you know, all type of different chronic disease, you know, cancer, lupus, just all type of different warriors out there that are on there, and they're sharing their story. And you know, and it's just become a great platform to advocate on. I really think it's been awesome to use. And
Yeah.
just real quick, I want to send a shout out to some people that's been watching. First of all, again, I want to thank the Green Heart Squad for representing, man. They've been strong for you. Big support. Big shout out to the Green Heart Squad, Jay Needs Kidney, the whole crew, man. Awesome. I really appreciate y'all's support for Lou tonight. Also, Jared Brown and the Warriors Quest Show, man. Shout out to you guys. If you're not already following him on YouTube, man, you need to go over and subscribe to his channel as well. Also, Sam Jennings, Mr. Kidney, man. Mr. Kidney's out there representing as well for the kidney community. So, guys, go over, like, follow, subscribe over on his YouTube channel as well. But hey, Lou, I really appreciate you coming on and sharing your incredible story, brother. It's been definitely inspiring and motivational. Man, it's going to be awesome. This is the live broadcast, but later on it'll be released as well as a podcast, and I'll let you know when that happens as well. And also, I want to let everybody know that they can go over, if they would please, and smash that subscribe button for this channel as well. It would mean a whole lot to me, and it would mean a whole lot to some kidney warriors out there that are in need for future interviews. But again, guys, we really appreciate all the support for the show. Lou, do you have anybody you want to send a quick shout out to before we close out?
Yeah, my lovely wife, Bridget, who puts up with the ups, the downs, the all arounds. She's been there from the second I went down, and there's nothing I can do to ever repay her for that. She's strong with me when she has to be. She's doting to me when she has to be. She kicks me in the ass when I need it. And there's no one else I'd rather be with in my whole life. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Anytime. And I really appreciate it, man. You got an incredible story. And I really hope if anybody out there comes across this video and wants more information about maybe possibly wanting to be a potential donor for Lou, there'll be some links in the description below, and there'll be some more information that you can definitely reach out to either me or Lou, and he'll be able to direct you in the right direction.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep. But hey, guys, really appreciate everybody's support for the show. Again, guys, y'all stay safe out there. God bless. Remember to love on everybody. And remember to take care of your kidneys. God bless you.